Kakadosh, Boker Or, Daf Yomi Masechet Zevachim, Daf Samechalaf from Dalef 61A1. Says the Gemara. We just answered that there's going to be a machloke between Rabbi Ishmael and Chachamim. Right? He comes and he says this. He says the Braita Rishona is coming and speaking about Kadashim Kalim. Right? That you're not supposed to eat Kadashim Kalim. This is talking about the Shita of Rabbi Ishmael. And the other one is going to be the Shita of Rabbanan. That they argue on Rabbi Ishmael. And they hold that we're not going to make a kesha basar to the dam. The second answer, really, we're only talking about Kodesh Kodoshim. What does it mean now? Two different places. It's not coming to be mechadesh and you're allowed to eat kadashim, right? Even during the time when there's no mizbeach, right? It's not in the proper place. But rather, kodem shiamdu levim et mishkan. One of them was before they came and they put up the mishkan, right? Samechal Amud 61b. The other one is talking about after the Levim already took down the Mishkan. So Mao the Tema would have thought to say if Silahu Biyotzet should become pasul, but they took it out of the Mechitzot. Kamash Balan comes teach you that even though now there's no Klaim anymore, it still has a Kiddushat Chatzer, and therefore you're allowed to eat it even there, even though now there's no more anymore Chatzer. But remember, they used to pick up and take down all the time the Mishkan. You remember, like they used to set it up and then take it down and travel and set it up. That's what they used to do. So says the Gemara, why don't we actually say that? It's true. Right? That what? That how do we know that Be'emet it's not going to be Batel, the Kiddushat HaChatzer, meaning the second they took down the Mishkan, Gamarnu. So Amarkar, the Pasuk says, V'nasa Oel Moed, Afa Pi Shenasa, it's still the Oel Moed. Meaning even though it traveled, it's still the Oel Moed until now. So Amar Ravuna Marav says Ravuna Neim Rav, Mizbeach Shel Shiloh, Mizbeach of Shiloh, was made out of stones. Shel Avanim Aita. Right? The time was we learned on the right, Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov, what does it mean Avanim, 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 Shalosh Panim? What does it say three times Avanim? He says, Echad, של שילה, אחד של נוב וגבעון, ובית העולמים. Right? The מזבח השלישי is going to be also, right, which is in the Bet HaMikdash. It's always made out of stone. So you had three of them made out of stone. One more time. You had the first one of Shiloh, Nov v'Givon, right? And then, right, of the Bet HaOlamim, which is Bet HaMikdash. Okay? So it says over here, by the way, you see, look in the previous page, you have how many years was there the Mishkan, right? So you had the Mishkan Shiloh, right? Sorry, so before Shiloh was the Gilgal already, which that was going to be for 14 years. Then you had Shiloh. Shiloh was for 369 years. Then you have Nov and Givon, which was 57 years. And then you had Yerushalayim. Okay? So fine. So, Bet HaMikdash.
Yes, but Bet HaMikdash for the third one, not Bet HaMikdash. No, if they said that there's only three times Avanim,
no, the Bet HaMikdash in general. Bet HaMikdash in general, yes, not the third Bet HaMikdash. The Bet HaMikdash in general. So Mativ Ravacha Barami Yasser Vachim Barami Ishel Da Bin Shemaim Moshe Lo Disakam Mizbach Nachon Mishlomo. Do you know that the fire that used to come down during the days of Moshe Rabbeinu on the Mizbeach, it didn't go away when Shlomo Melech built the Mizbach Avanim. Ve'esh Yalda B'Moshe Lo Nisalkan didn't go away at Sheba Menashe. Menashe was one that took away that fire. V'imita, now if you're going to tell me, right, like Rav Huna, that Mizbach HaNechoshet of Moshe was changed to stones, so it was taken away then. It was taken away. Meaning Moshe Rabbeinu came and he made it out of copper. And then they came and they made it out of stone. So it's not the same Mizbeach. So what are you telling me then? That the Mizbeach of Moshe Rabbeinu, there was a fire and that fire didn't go away until Shlomo. Shlomo Melech's Mizbeach was a completely different Mizbeach. So he says, Hu Da'amar Rabbi Natan. He says, he holds like Rabbi Natan. The time we learned to write to Rabbi Natan, Omer Mizbeach Shel Shiloh was Nechoshet also. Right? Aya Chalul U'malei Avanim. It was Chalul, and it was meaning hollow, and it was full of stones. Rav Nachman Yitzchak, he says, "My lo nistalka, what does it mean lo nistalka? Lo nistalka levatala. It was not nistalka levatala completely, right? That means it was not nibatla legamre, but it's still there was a little bit there. That means they still had the mizbach nechoshet. Ma'hi, what is it? Rabbanani, according to Rabbanan, they come and they say that the esh of the mizbach nechoshet, they used to use it to bring fire to the mizbach avanim. And Rav Papa says ushpiza vanakat. It was the fire coming out, and sometimes it was on the Mizbach HaNechoshet, and sometimes it was the Mizbach Avanim. V'tznan hatam, we learned over there, Ushalu b'nei Agola, when they went up, right, b'nei Agola, Hosifu olav 4 amot min hadarom ו4 amot min hamarav. They came and they added onto it 4 amot from the south and 4 amot from the west. Kemin gama, just like a gama. So look, everyone looks in the picture? on the bottom, you have the midot mizbeach b'beit hamikdash harishon, and then the one of the beit hamikdash hasheni. So you see that they added on to it. They made it bigger. You've got like the one with the shade, and then they made it bigger. Yeah, that's what he said. So he says, my time out's reasoning. Amar Rav Yosef says, shelo sapak, because it wasn't enough. They didn't have enough space, so they needed to do that. They needed to add on to it. Right? You're doing renovations. Aham.
Oh, the measure.
No, but the Beit HaMikdash was different than the Mishkan. Mishkan was different than the Beit HaMikdash. The Midot of the Mishkan is written in the... That's in Yecheskel. It's not in the Torah. The Torah is not there. In the Torah, it's only of the Mishkan. Only the Mishkan, not of the Beit HaMikdash. So Elmaleh Abaye says, Hashta b'mikdash harishon dichtiv it's written Yuda v'Yisrael Rabim kachol shel sfat hayam, sipek, it was enough. Mikdash sheni, that it's written kol hakal ke'echad haba, it's not enough. He says, I don't understand you. He says, in the Beit HaMikdash, it was enough. In the Beit HaMikdash, we were all there. By the time the Beit HaMikdash sheni came, we were not all back. A lot of us stayed in the diaspora. So therefore, why is it not enough? So Elmaleh, he says, no, there was an esh shel maim, Mesayatan. There was a fire of Shamaim that was helping them out. Here, there was no Esh Shamaim, so that's why they needed it bigger. Meaning in the first Beit HaMikdash, since they had the Esh coming down from the Shamaim, so it helped out, and they didn't need that. Here, they didn't have that, so they had to actually make the Esh. They had to do all those things. So
this fire is because you merit to have
exactly. So that's why it was able to have.
So I make it bigger.
Exactly.
Should do teshuvah.
100%. But if you can't, you can't. We don't always remember the second Beit HaMikdash. We were lacking 5 things. So because we were lacking those things, so now we had to make it in a certain way that at least we would be able to make it physically, even if we can't make it spiritually. So that's what they're trying to do. So he says, they actually added the shitin, which are little holes, right, on the Keren Dormim Mitzachit, in order to get all the nesachim and all those things. So Meikara Savur, at the beginning, they thought Mizbach Adama Shu Atum Badama means that it has to be completely in the ground. But at the end, they held that there was going to be the shtiyah is kachila, meaning the drinking of the Mizbech is just like the eating of the Mizbech. Umay Mizbach Adama, so what does it mean that Mizbach Adama? Shehu Mechubar Bada, it's connected to the ground. Shelo Yivnenu, that they can't build it, al gabe kipim, on top of different things, velo gabe mechilot, on top of how do you call them, on top of the tunnels or on top of all these things, right? They can build it on top of that.